Yes, yes, yes. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plant. I agree. In fact, I really like this plant. Pride of Madeira. It used to be called Echium fastuosum, but just to confuse everybody, they like to change plant names every 20 years. You can tell how old someone is by what they call plants. And the new name is Echium candicans, which is funny because candicans means white. I don't know why they named it this. It's obviously not white. It's blue. And anyway, it's also called Pride of Madeira. It is endemic, meaning it's only found naturally on the island of Madeira. And it's off the Atlantic, off of Africa there. And it grows in mountainsides, kind of like this. We are not there now. We are actually on Mount Tam, right above. I'll show you where we are. Right above, this is the whole basis of this video, right above one of the most beautiful and natural areas on Earth, which is the unlogged Muir Woods. It's a national park. That is Muir Woods down there. I am on the ridge above Muir Woods. Muir Woods is a celebrative, gorgeous coastal redwood native habitat, and it looks just totally pristine and perfect, right? Well, that's actually not the case because of all of these invasive plants that are moving in on our native territories. So here's a nice native manzanita, which is supposed to be here. And then there's Pride of Madeira. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous. Except it's invading the natural habitat. That's the worst thing you want when you're doing these plants. One thing that comes to mind here, just so you know, is that these plants are highly variable from seed. These are coming up, look, they're coming up everywhere. Here's one here. They do have beautiful foliage. I'll talk a little about the plant. It's a great garden plant. And there are certain cultivars that they're using. In fact, I used to grow one. It's really beautiful that I selected. Here's a nice one with individual flowers, not too many. There's another one down there with lighter blue flowers, more numerous. And even a little further down over there, you can see one that has almost pink flowers. So they're highly variable, and they're all subtly different, just like people are different when they're born, even out of the same womb from the same parents. But the plant's really drought tolerant, and as you can see, it sometimes naturalizes, and that's the biggest problem with this plant. That's what this video is about. So we need to talk a little bit about being really cautious about plants escaping your garden. If you live in a city and it's like Los Angeles, there's nowhere for them to escape to, unless you're on the very edges of the city. And it's not a big deal. But if you live like across the street from Muir Woods, like that house over there, you need to be extremely cautious about the plants. Look, here's a kind of a nice one. This is like a lavender version. This is kind of pretty. Look at that. That's really pretty. I have to take some cuttings off this one here. I don't know. There's so many different varieties. They are real beautiful. But there's a big fat flowered one down there. See, that's really fat flowered. They're all look. There's another white one down there. Kind of crazy looking. There's a huge amount of variation just right here. But again, I want to be really cautious with the plants you use in these sensitive areas near pristine natural environments. And I'm going to show you another plant that's really a problem up here. It's a problem all over. And that is this plant right here. Top of that second tree. First tree is a bay tree. It's supposed to be here. Second tree is actually black acacia. And that's another invasive plant in this beautiful habitat. The cat's a little bit out of the bag. I mean, us humans, we moved around and we brought all this stuff with us. And now it's kind of impossible to put the genie back in the bottle. But we still need to preserve what we have left as best we can. You can use this plant. It's drought tolerant, has beautiful silver color on it. It is hardy to about 25 degrees. It basically, thing about it though, it's actually endangered in its natural habitat, if you can believe it. It's like taking over everywhere else in the world. It's endangered in its natural habitat because of wildfire takes it out. This thing's hugely flammable. It gets to about 6-8